The government's pouring $2 million into providing drought relief for the far north, where severe water shortages are crippling farmers and households. The Regional Economic Development Minister, Shane Jones, announced this afternoon that the money will be taken from the Provincial Growth Fund and put towards setting up temporary water supplies. The water will be taken from a bore on Sweetwater Farm for Kaikohe and Lake Omapere for Kaikohe and pumped to the town's water treatment facilities before being piped to households. Residents in Kaikohe say things there have been dire in recent days, with showers limited to 45 seconds and childcare centres appealing for water donations to ease their stress. Our reporter Katie Doyle and cameraman Simon Rogers have been in Kaikohe speaking to those affected, and they filed this report.
It's hot, it's dry, and it's running out of water. Locals in Kaikohe say the situation is getting desperate as the small Northland town enters its second week of essential use only water restrictions.
There are a lot of worried whānau out there. Even our creek levels are so low, it's sad to see because water is our source, that's the heart of all of us. So yeah, it is very stressful.
Well, I think people are really nervous, they're really nervous. I know it's affecting, I've got a little 4-year-old that goes to kindy and they've got to sign up asking for water. So, I was going to take water in there tomorrow, some big containers of water.
Born and bred in Kaikohe. I stay at 14 Ks, my homestead is. It's called Totoro. And all the years I've moved away to work somewhere else. I've come home. This has never happened to us before, water restrictions, nothing like this.
Some whānau are now bathing in a nearby waterhole to conserve what little drinking water there is left. One resident, Wirihana Tahere, says people are having to scavenge water wherever they can.
Yeah, I see a lot of people taking water from here to take home to either bathe in or do the dishes or that sort of stuff, whatever they have to do at home. Yeah.
And how stressful is that?
To me, they look sad that they have to come all the way from town and stuff like that to come and collect water.
Beef farmer Dave Wilson says the water restrictions paired with the dry conditions have hit the agricultural sector hard. He says cattle aren't growing as well as they should be, and that's compounded by the coronavirus hampering exports to China.
Oh, it's stressful for some people, yeah. Yeah, if you got a bit of debt or running out of grass and can't get your cattle away because the works are full, it's sort of running out of options.
The government last week announced $80,000 worth of support to help Northland farmers. Mr Wilson says they're feeling the financial pinch.
It was looking like a good season and good prices, and with the drought and then the coronavirus combined, it's sort of been frustrating. What looked like a year when people would be able to get on top of their finances, a bit's just turning into one where they're not.
Almost all of the country is under some form of fire restriction, and in Northland there is a total fire ban. Here in Kaikohe, the fire risk is so high that something like a cigarette butt or a lawnmower could easily start a blaze.
But Principal Rural Fire Officer Miles Taylor says that hasn't stopped some people.
To be honest, it hasn't been as good as we'd like. There's been a lot of rubbish fires in Northland that simply shouldn't have happened. We've been to fires today, and that have been as a result of out-of-control rubbish fires. We're currently in a fire ban, and so no fire in the landscape is permitted, and it's really upsetting to see people disregarding these rules and putting their community in danger.
He says the fire service in Kaikohe and Kaitaia have now taken themselves off the town supply and are sourcing water from other less vital places.
So we're being quite creative. At the moment, as you can see here in Kaikohe, we were storing extra water in dams, portable dams. We're also looking under bridges and culverts, streams and ponds that aren't being used for stock, and just trying to, scavenge water where we can as we need to.
Miles Taylor says Fire and Emergency are also looking to implement longer-term plans in preparation for any other droughts that may hit Northland in the future. For Checkpoint in Kaikohe, Katie Doyle.